Hey everybody. I took a lot of video when I was finishing the build on this thing, and I'm going to show it to you in a second. You'll see some good news at the end of the video, but we're in really good shape here with this amp. This amp is really doing well. I did do a dry run yesterday, a power run yesterday, and the amp was playing just fine. But I did notice in the middle of just playing around that I had a loud pop and I lost volume. And that prompted me to go ahead and look around and try to find what was causing it. And that literally was a 2-second test. You know, I turned it on, pop, and I heard that and I shut it down. And today, what you'll see here is the first time that I've actually powered it on since then and have gotten to test it. So I think we're in relatively good shape. I got the Jensen speakers mounted, which you'll find out in a minute, and you'll get to hear a little bit of it. So the project's not done yet. We've still got a bit of ways to go, but electrically, this thing is in really good shape, and here it is right behind me. So let me play the video that I've collected over the last couple of days, and we'll take it from there. See you later. All right, let's see where we are here. We've got the input jacks all wired. You'll see I've got the 100K resistors in there, so that's all complete. The wires are loosely dressed, and everything else is connected. There's the speaker again. Everything's grounded correctly so far, and we're good to go. This cap is mounted. So let me show you what I did with the cabinet. Alright, if you look in the cabinet, you'll see that I've got the 4 speakers mounted. And they're mounted in a very specific pattern. So you see the terminals there, they face each other on the top, and on the bottom they face straight up. And these are Jensens. These are the same speakers that were in the original. They're a little bit different, obviously. The older ones had a bell housing, but same speaker. So these are mounted, and now the cabinet's really starting to get some weight to it, and I haven't put the chassis in yet. But anyway, this next step is going to be to create a test wire so that I can plug the amp into these speakers and keep the chassis outside and then observe. So that's going to be the next step. I'll be back. Okay everybody, we've got this all wired up. It's complete, 100%. And just to give you a walkthrough, right, there's our board mounted, and there's our connections to our tubes and to our pots and our input jacks. And you'll see everything is relatively clean. Okay, got everything there. I've got my tubes in, obviously, you can see them right there. And then I have a temporary cable going from my speaker jack, right here. There's 4 RCA jacks. And I have it running to the speaker cabinet, and you'll see that I've got the Jensens in there, and I've got them gator wired at the moment, because I don't have the final wire that I'm going to use. And everything's connected to 4 speakers, so we've got 4 8-ohm speakers, which is going to give us a 2-ohm load, and that's what the output transformer is rated for. And we are going to turn this thing on. And I have the old trusty Les Paul copy here, plugged in into input jack 1 normal. So let's get the variac going. Okay, we're going to turn that on. Everything's plugged in. And we're going to start off with 50 right there. I want to see if I get good filament glow and if I get any noise. And I think what we'll do is we'll put the standby switch on so we don't get any ambient noise as it comes up. Just in case, if it comes up. Okay, I've got a little bit of a light here. That's good. Nothing's popping. Let's go up to 80. I'm a little daring today. Okay, I see some filament glow. I think those 5881 tubes take a while to heat up. Let's just give it a moment. This is like the fruit of my labor here, right? All this work. Let's hope the darn thing works. So far it's good. I don't see any smoke. That's a good sign. Alright, let's go up to 100 and just let that bake for a second. Now let's take the standby switch off and see if we have any noise. Hot dog. And let's let that thing bake for another second. I got sound. Woohoo! We're going to go up to 110. Now, let me grab the tripod. I'm going to try to play this thing and see what it sounds like. Be right back. Okay, here we go. Wow. Out of tune. Dead quiet, you hear that? Let me put the volume up. I have it down right now very low. Put the volume up to the top. I'm sure it's going to be loud. Oh yeah, nice growl. Let's bring that down. Go to about 3. Alright, so at first pass we have a really quiet amp here. This is really, really cool. I think I'm going to let this bake a little while, just leave it on, see if I get anything unusual. Before I turned it on, I did go through every connection and check for loose solder joints. I did find a loose solder joint actually. This wire right here on the volume bright, the first one right there that you see, was loose. So I touched that up before I powered it on, and I did clean up a few other things that I didn't like the way they looked, but generally I think we're in good shape here. Wow, that's sweet. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera off and let this thing bake, and the next step is going to be to mount this thing in that cabinet, and in the speaker cabinet, and I'll document how that's done as well. But we have ourselves a working amplifier. Let's try it with the bass. I'll be right back. Alright, here we are with the bass. Alright, we got a good sound here with the bass. Let's see, let's put the bass all the way up and put the treble down a little bit. Let's throw the mid somewhere in the center. And the presence will bring down a little bit. Alright, good. Alright, we're going to let this thing bake. I'm going to upload this one and I'll come back when it's time to mount in the cabinet. Good news today. Thanks everybody, this is Ron.